Good evening. Welcome to our spring fifth grade band concert. They've come a long way since Parade of Bands and since November and since last August when they didn't even know which end of the instruments to blow into. So it's really cool to watch them improve each time. Today we'll go through a few of the different types of songs that we've been doing. And our last two pieces actually are real band pieces that aren't from the lesson book. And we've been working on those, and those add a little bit more of a challenge. It's like 5 different parts going at the same time. So they've been doing a really good job with that. We're going to start out with a few songs from the lesson book. The first one is my favorite. It is called Sweetly Sings the Donkey. And this one is a round. It's a 3-part round, meaning there's 3 different sections, all playing the same melody at different times. So this one is Sweetly Sings the Donkey. We've got a plumbing issue. That's okay. We'll take care of that. The next piece we're going to do is, what's the next one? Yeah, Skip It Lou. And this is a song that features different sections. So we're going to do some what we call solis. So you'll be able to hear the flutes by themselves, the different sections by themselves. So we'll just go one section at a time. This is Skip It Lou. next, our low brass section, trombones and baritones. Here we go. 1, 2, let me go. So what's going on is they empty their spit in a garbage can. So that if you see a kid run off stage, that's what's going on. It's okay. That happens. All right, here we go. Clarinets. The next piece we'll do is it's another round, but this one's a 4-part round. So we started out with 2-part rounds back in, November, and that's just two parts of the same song being played at the same time. We just did Sweetly Sings the Donkey, which was 3 parts, and now it's 4 parts. This one I think you'll recognize. This one's Frère Jacques. It's a French folk song. We'll start out and we'll play it all together as a group. Everybody plays it, and then we'll do it as a round. Okay, our next piece, Regal March, is one of those real band pieces. It's a separate sheet of music. It's not in the lesson book. And it really involves a lot of concentration because instead of playing the same thing that everybody around them is playing, each section's got a different part. So we've worked really hard on this and being independent. These next 2 songs are examples of that. This one is Regal March. It's an exciting time of year. Last Thursday night on this stage, we had our marching band concert where we had 120 high school kids playing a bunch of, really peppy, exciting, energetic stuff. It was the last concert for our seniors at the high school level. This past Saturday, and then again on Monday after school, we had in the band room our beginning band and orchestra sign up for the next year's fifth graders coming in. So, and then tonight we have these guys who are finishing up fifth grade and going on to sixth grade with Mrs. Battenberg at the middle school. So it's a really neat time to see everybody moving on and going on to the next thing. I always tell them, Mr. Hendrickson and I do, that we're really excited to see them when they come back to us at the high school level after 8th grade. And they always look different. They always look way different. We always pretty much look the same. So they're like, "Hi, Mr. Diggins," and I look at them and I think, "You're a trumpet player, but you look way different from before." So we look forward to seeing them and seeing that growth come up, when they get to high school. So speaking of moving on and new things and things like that, we've been fortunate to have a student teacher, Miss Shelby Sparks from Stevens Point, UW Stevens Point. And she's been here this fourth quarter, working with all of our high school groups, working with our beginners, and she does a really great job. She enjoys the beginning band aspect, and she really has been enjoying working with these kids. She'll jump in on any instrument, flute, clarinet, saxophone, playing along with them, which is really cool. It's been really great to have her here, and we're gonna bring her out to conduct our final piece. After this, we will take a brief intermission to reset a little bit of the stage for the orchestra, which will be out next. But again, thank you all for supporting your kids in music and bringing them to the concert and listening to some of the fun sounds that are the hallmark of the first-year band kid. It's every day it gets better, every year it gets better, and it's a neat thing to see. So thank you. I'd like you please welcome Ms. Shelby Sparks.
Mr. Diggins is taller than me. That'll work. All right. Good evening. Welcome to our final elementary orchestra concert of the year. We appreciate having you all here. Boy, it's warm in here tonight. I'm just glad it's not stormy, because when it gets raining really hard, you can hear it's very loud up there. So we lucked out on that one, I hope. All right, so we're going to get started tonight with our beginner class. And we've got 3 pieces for you. The first one is Can Can, which if you don't recognize it by title, you will almost certainly recognize it when you hear it. We'll play it twice. The first time we're going to play it at kind of a regular, slowish beginner pace. And then we have some students that learned to play it a little faster, so I want to give them a chance to show their faster version as well. All right, our next one is called Lazy Summer, and we hope everybody gets a chance to have some lazy time in the summer. And this one we were working on our, what's the word? What were we working on in this song? Dynamics, thank you. We were working on our dynamics, playing both piano, which means soft, and forte, which means loud. Okay, good, all right. I didn't teach them that, their music teachers did, so yay, elementary music teachers, they're awesome. And we have got Mr. Hendrickson here, who also helps me teach some of the orchestra classes, and he's going to be our conductor for a lot of these pieces tonight while I'm on the piano. All right, so this is Lazy Summer. You ready? Okay, here's the introduction, and then we start. And the last piece for the beginners group today is called Roller Coaster Rock. And this piece basically uses two different scales that we've worked on a lot throughout the year, the D major scale and then the G major scale, but kind of puts those scales together into a little song. And that's what we will end our beginner portion with. And then this is our second year group, the Allegro Orchestra. They're in the front row here. They're going to be playing a few songs for you tonight, starting with Wooden Shoes, right? Okay. Enjoy the concert? This next one, Mars Walk, is a song all about using some different sound effects. So we're using one called tremolo, which you'll hear right away in the upper strings, and then the cellos get to join in doing some tremolo later on, and that's where they take their bow and they move it back and forth very, very fast to make kind of a, well, just like it sounds, tremolo, like a trembling sound. And then you'll also hear some pizzicato, which is where they pluck the strings, which just gives it a little different tone than when they use the bow. All right, before we play our last one, I'd like to thank you all for helping your child participate in the orchestra program. I know that getting up super early twice a week was really fun for everybody. So they really appreciate it, even though I'm sure they didn't when you were dragging them out of bed. But they do, because they keep coming back and they love to play, and I'm really, really glad to have them in our program. So we appreciate that. Thank you very much for helping your child be involved, and it's a skill that they will always be glad that they've had a chance to learn, no matter how long they continue to play. All right, our last piece is called Victory Procession, or as my fifth graders like to call it, circus music. They always come up with different names for our pieces. I don't know, they're just silly like that, which is one of the things I love about my job, is the silliness. All right.